Hey, what's up, YouTube? Here, I'm gonna set this down real quick. Sorry about that. Now, I'm gonna take you on a journey through the property here. Now, this is a tree that died right here, and it's right over top of the well, as you can see. And now, this is how I have to work this well here. I'm gonna have to pump it until the water's clear. I want you guys to see that I got running water out here. Yeah, I got running water. Got a big tree here. I had to cut this down. This is what I was doing yesterday. I cut down some of it and took the wood out of here and cleared it out. This is some hemp for you, Trevor 7. Not all of it's just tiny stuff that grows around here. We got some hemp that's quite a bit taller than I am, with my arm even stretching up. Yeah, we get some tall hemp out here too. And there goes a field entirely full of it, pretty much. We get so much hemp out here, it's unreal. And this is what it looked like over here before I cut it down. It was like grass and hemp. But this is gonna be my new garden for my no-till. Next year I'm gonna grow mullein, and I'm gonna grow some sage and some milk thistle. No-till. I know it sounds like I'm just growing a bunch of weeds, but they have medicinal purposes. Yeah, it's a pretty good size here. I gotta finish taking that tree down because I don't want it to fall on my well. Because right now that's the only source of water. I guess it's only about, I don't know, 10 feet deep or so. So I can probably dig myself another one if it does fall, or whatever, and replace it. But yeah, it's snowing out here, and we got this forest right here, this little patch of forest. I'm gonna go take a walk through here. And there's the house. I don't know if you can see it back in the trees. There goes the truck. Yeah, that's what I'm driving. Good old Chevy. There goes another truck that's broke down. I don't know, I might try to fix it, so we have something else. But yeah, so this is just a little tour, a walk through the property, and it's kind of big, so this video is going to be kind of long. And yeah, so in the summertime there's like tons of rattlesnakes out here. As you can see, there's some wild mint growing, some minty mints. Keep my breath fresh around here. I will be harvesting that next year. Galore, mint galore. We'll be packaging it up to sell it, and there's all this wood and stuff that needs to be processed here. I'm planning on putting down paper. We got a bunch of paper bags from pig feed for local farmers, one of my cousins out here, and it should be enough to put across this whole area that I got cut for my garden. I want to say it's about 3/4 of an acre or so that I'm going to use for the non-till for those medicinal plants. See, there's hemp that's growing all through here too. Can't really stop it, so there's hemp everywhere. And we'll be doing hemp seeds next year too, for people, getting some of those out there. I haven't been out here in a long time, and so this is all the forest. Oh, and that's a wood rat nest right here. We're gonna go check this out. We got these big giant white rats, and they make these mounds here like this next to this tree, and they're pretty cool. They don't hurt nothing except for the dead wood. But Yeah, I'm got so much stuff I'm gonna discover. I already know it walking through these woods right here. This little forest. And I definitely want everybody to know, like, I didn't figure it out, but Trina taught me something that helped me, and so thank you, Trina, from the moontree.org. She taught me about whenever I'm down or thinking things are rough or whatever, just always remember to celebrate the small things. And so I celebrate the small things. Even when I'm not down, it's hard to stay down when you celebrate the small things, and then you have, mother loads of good things pop up in your life because you've been sitting there celebrating all the small things. All right, and so this is the end of the trees right here going this direction, and then we got this field and this whole thing to the road. There's a fence down there by these trees in the background. Those are all lining up to the road, and that's the end of the property. There's always eagles and stuff flying here. It's amazing. This is an immaculate piece of property. But yeah, so this whole field right here, I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do with this. Because we kind of help out one of my cousins. We've been helping him out by letting him mow the grass and doing his thing. There's some trees right in the middle there, but so he feeds his cows with this every once in a while, but he hasn't been using it lately. He's really old. He's like 80 years old now, something like that. So he still does his own farming, and he doesn't really need all that extra space for growing his cows' feed anymore. So I'll probably do something here too. This is going to be a big project. I can't probably do it all at once. I don't have enough backup. I don't have enough people to help me out here because I'm doing everything myself. I got my dad to lend me some tools and stuff like that, which is great. But I don't have like all the resources. And we got juniper that grows out here. Lots of juniper. And I'm planning on doing a tree orchard, but I'm going to show you where I'll do that later in the video when we get over there. And this is all basically the backyard. Back over here, I'm all looking for mushrooms. I'm keeping my eye open. What am I going to find? Yeah, this is nice. It's good to be able to get outside and go out and walk in the woods, especially when they're right in your backyard. It's a big old tree. Got lots of love growing here. Look at this. Oh man. Isn't this awesome, you guys? Can't help but celebrate the small things. I think this is a pretty big thing to celebrate though. I'm going to be doing it big here, doing all the maintenance I can and want to do. So anyways, I'm going to do the rise garden, or not the rise garden, but the no-till over there. I'm going to get oh, look at that. That's a big old rat's nest. I don't know if you can see it in the phone. Should be able to see it. There's a big one there. Just piled up. Yeah. This big old rat's nest here. But anyways, back to the garden. I'm gonna we're gonna put the paper down, then I'm gonna get some soil, and the soil's coming from here because we're gonna do a pond. And so I'm just gonna dig up. I'm gonna rent a tractor or use one of my cousins or find someone around town who wants to help me out. There's a big old dead tree. But we're gonna put the paper down, we're gonna put the soil on it, we're gonna make the rows with the paper. I'm gonna rent a wood chipper, and I'm gonna chip up as much of this wood as I can that's out here, and I'm going to put it in between the rows and use it as mulch in between the rows. And here's a mullein plant right here, you guys. Mullein in the winter. Isn't she lovely? As you can see, my gloves kind of got holes in them, but yeah, there's already mullein growing here, so it's not going to be really like hard to get it to, grow. And so, yep, that's how we're going to do the garden. I'm going to do it with things that are really easy and won't take a lot of water, because as you can see, the way I got to do my watering is all by hand. I got to pump it, and then I got to take it and like water each plant by themselves. We're going to figure out something. I might build a mound or something and do raised garden beds. But there's some more mullein out here. Some more of this. Mullen's good for, like, if you got stuffy nose and stuff like that, you need to get your sinuses cleared out, and you got congestion in your chest and your lungs. There goes another big rat nest right there. But yeah, so that's what the mulleins for. The milk thistle is going to be for detoxing the liver, because it works great for detoxing the liver, and that's always good to be able to have good healthy liver. That's where we that's part of our immune system, big part of our immune system. And so I'm gonna put in a lot of good herbs out here for people. We got some old metal thing here. It's from probably before I was born. And there goes the house from the back. Traveling through the forest. You guys, all these woods back here. And so, and there was a fire that came through here, and burnt up everything. And so these trees here, a lot of them did survive. There's a lot of dead ones around here because of the fire though. And so you'll see a lot of dead stuff, but that's because there was a fire a couple years back. And it didn't get the house. Surprisingly, it stopped right around the house. But I got a lot of work to do, because I'm going to come back here and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, because there's like hemp and mint growing back here. There might be an area back here where I go and get some soil for my compost teas that I'm going to make, because this is going to be great soil for that from all the leaves that have been falling over the years. And yeah, let's continue our journey though. Let's continue this, because this video is already 12 minutes long. Yeah, this is a pretty incredible, magical place. And celebrate those small successes. See all the mullein that's on the ground? We got mullein already growing here. And that's going to be, hopefully, what I make a pretty good chunk of change out of next year. Helping people with their medicine, having good medicine, if they want to do it natural. And then I'm going to start up an orchard. And yeah, that's going to be really cool. All these trees over here, making sure I don't get stuck having to walk myself in loops. I don't know what kind of tree this is or bush this is growing, but it's pretty nice. Glad it's there. Glad you're here, bush. Yep. And so we already got the oyster mushrooms growing out here, the mullein. There's one right there, another one. This one's got some really big leaves. But if you've ever seen any mulleins out there in the wild and stuff, you know that they get real big. Oh, look at this. This is a nice batch of oysters popping out of this tree right here. And the snow's only going to slow it down. It's going to keep them nice and fresh. Yeah, these are oyster mushrooms right here, growing out of this tree. Yeah. And so this tree is full of mycelium. When I take trees like this and put them in the splitter, or not the splitter, the chipper, and spread them out in our garden, we'll have mushrooms growing out over there, but I've noticed the ones that are growing out of the trees and stuff and by the ground over here, they're the ones that are full of sand, like even inside the mushrooms, because this soil's sandy. So it's like you can't really clean the sand out of these ones here. But you can grow them. Here goes a mullein stalk here. Yep. This is where seeds come from with the mullein. So I'll just come through and find some of those. Maybe they'll still have seeds when it's time to start planting. But since it's wintertime and it's snowing, as you can see, I'm just going to do the groundwork for getting it ready for next year. Look at all these little junipers. Yep. We got all that field over there. I'm still only halfway across that big field I showed you. The grass field. Here goes a tree that was burnt in the fire. It's falling down now. Yep, there's morels that grow over here. We have lots of morels in the spring, so that's going to be exciting. Let me just walk outside of the forest here. We'll cover more distance. All right, now this is that field, and see those trees mark the road on that side. All those trees, and they're dead from the fire. They were pretty big ones. Here, we'll take a look back. Those trees are the ones that were in the middle of the picture, all the way to the power lines. I don't know if you can see them back there. That's pretty much the edge of the property. There's a fence a little bit on the other side of it, so it's not totally the edge of the property, but gives you a good perspective. I'm working with 100 acres here. 100 acres of land, and along that tree line, I'm gonna go and we're gonna cut all these trees down because they're dead, and we're going to hopefully get some West Coast trees. I would like to plant some western red cedar, and this tree got burnt by a fire. It is dead, and I think that one was like the biggest one on the property. When it had happened, my parents were really sad and upset about it. But and now that I've went out to the West Coast and everything and got to figure out what goes on when they get the forest fires, I'm excited because all the morels that grow. So celebrate the small stuff, you guys. You know, it might seem like something bad has happened to you or you lost something, but it might end up being a good thing. Might have happened for a reason. You know, I'm the only one around here that knows about morels, in my family at least, so I'm gonna be eating good. Alright. Here's a nice little clearing here. And I don't know what to do with this at the moment. I'll probably plant something else back here in this area, because it's, look at just nice grass. And this is a pretty big area here. And we got all that here. This is a lot of grass and clearing there. That's usually what Kansas looks like there, but there's a hill back there. Yep, there's definitely a hill. Kansas ain't all flat. Take that, Trevor 7. Just playing. But I'll get you some hemp seeds eventually, because we got a lot of hemp on, as you can see. And over here, none of this is hemp, but we got a lot of space to grow something. There goes some snow. And these are like little perfectly round pellets of snow. That GMO stuff or whatever. Alright. We're getting close to the road here. And there's some sheet metal for me to work with. I get to do whatever I want with all of this stuff. And there's some tree stumps. Got some piles of wood here. There's a TV. not allowed to shoot it. So it's gonna end up going to the dump. But I wanted to shoot it. But they didn't want me to shoot it. So, yeah. We'll take it to the dump. But yeah, so these are some dead trees on the edge of the property. Look, this is already a 20-minute video. Doesn't feel like I've been walking around here but for like 5 minutes. Alright, gotta watch my step around here. We got badgers and stuff out here, which are super cool, but they're like ferocious little things. They like to hang out over here by this road in these big trees. Now they're all dead. All these ones here. As you can see, I'm gonna cut these down, and I'm gonna start replacing them with western red cedar and quite possibly some sequoias. Plant something that's like unique and not indigenous, invasive, whatever. I don't care. I'm in a field. You got somebody out here coming down the road. But see, yeah, this is the road. And this is all the way to the end of the property here. I wonder who that is, what they're gonna say, or what they're doing. We have to run people off all the time because they're not supposed to be hunting. Wonder if it's one of my cousins. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, nope, it's just somebody out here. One of the neighbors. But yeah, so all these trees over here are mine too. Somebody littered some beer here. I have to go up around cleaning. But yeah, this is where I'm planning on doing the orchard. And we're gonna do some eastern pines. Maybe on that side we'll do eastern pines all along the road, because I really like pine pollen and pine nuts. They help me a lot. And if you know anything about like pine trees and you've used them, oh man, they'll have you really feeling good. They give you some insane energy. It's like a kundalini, super powered nutrition for you. But yeah, so this is probably where we'll grow the cedars and stuff in here, because this area out here floods a lot. Here, let me make sure the camera's clear. This area floods all the time, and so I want to grow the big trees out here. I guess when my uncles and aunts and my grandparents and stuff were out here when they were younger, this area was always underwater. And so they had all these turtles and stuff out here when I was a kid, but for as long as I can remember, we haven't had any of that stuff going on. So yeah, this is the area here. And this is probably where I'm gonna do a totally just an orchard. We're gonna grow like not just fruit trees. We're gonna grow some Douglas fir because I like the mushrooms that grow with them. Hopefully we get some king boletes. And we'll grow some cedars over here. And I'll grow some fruit trees as well. We'll grow fruit trees too. And so this will be that area here. And let's head back over towards the house. Like, this is a nice walk around the property, you guys. We got so much stuff going on over here. Got all kinds of different mushrooms on these trees, but I don't know what none of them are. They look kind of like turkey tails, but they're all worn down. So yeah, this area here usually just grows a bunch of what is that called? Poison ivy in the trees. Like, it's got poison ivy everywhere here in the summer. And so nobody really comes out here, and I'm gonna have to try to maintain that. And I'm gonna do what I can in small little spurts. So I'm gonna start with the garden that's for the medicinal herbs, those few medicinal herbs on the other side, things that the wildlife won't get to. and it'll be really low maintenance to grow. And then I'm gonna go into like growing my own food here, and then take it from there. You know, so there's mullein growing here too, out on this side, which is beautiful. And there's some more trees growing up by the house. Stuff we're getting. I'm gonna walk towards the road because this is pretty tall grass. I don't feel like walking through the tall grass. But yeah, that's the trees over here. And these are all gonna go. I'm gonna get rid of everything on this side. Maybe some of these little ones that aren't dead, the new trees, but all the big ones are dead. It's all pretty much just dead. And I believe it's cottonwood is what these trees are over here. And so we're gonna grow black walnuts. We already got a lot of seeds for that. I'm gonna get seeds for the eastern pine trees because that's one of my favorite things to eat on. And we're gonna grow like apples and peaches and different fruits. There's lots of deer and stuff around here, so they'll love that. I'm not gonna really try to keep those out of here. There's no natural predators for them except for, I guess there's wolves now that have been introduced into this area. There's wolf out here now, but they're the only natural predator for the deer out here. Because there's coyote and then the badgers, but they're kind of small, so I don't really feel like they're too much of a threat to them. Maybe a little bit of a threat to some of them, but for the most part they're not. So we're back on the road going towards the main house. And yeah, this is the property and this is what it looks like. We've got a good majority of it, this trees, a big giant portion of it, this field, and we got more field. Yeah, I mean, there's pretty much it. And there's like some old structures and stuff and buildings that are out here that are probably going to fall down. I'm going to turn one of them into my mushroom drying rack, and so, our drying building where I dry all my mushrooms. And so I'm going to have to do some carpenter work and get that refurbished so that we can so I can dry mushrooms. And because that's the way I'm going to have to make them to where I can sell them and get my mushroom farming license, get it recognized so I can sell them to grocery stores. Because there's nobody around here that really eats the mushrooms around here. And so selling them fresh isn't really a good idea. But if I dry them out, I can send them to grocery stores all across the nation where they're in demand, get them to where people really want to use them. And so that's my goal. And here goes a mushroom on this tree here. Yep. That mushroom's been here for months now. And it still looks pretty healthy. Feels pretty healthy. I put that no trespassing sign up on the tree. I put them up all over. Yep. So I guess here I'll take you to the structures. So this is going to be a long video for you guys out there in YouTube world. But you know my plans. There goes the cars and all that stuff back there that were all messed up. But yeah, celebrate those small successes in life, you guys. Big things are bound to happen. You know, especially if you jump on the opportunities that you have. When you're following your dreams, just follow them and jump on the opportunities. Sometimes things don't go your way and it feels like you're doing something that's pointless. It's not going to make the world a better place or something, but it's all going to pay off at the end. Now that I got myself into this situation here, I've learned all the techniques and things that I needed to know so that I can really put everything into action. Now that I have the space to do it, I'm going to make the most of it. And it's going to be great. Everything is going to be great, you guys. Oh, there goes a swing. I'm going to have to get this set up for my daughter. Clean it up. Make sure everything's good with it. Get the rust and stuff all sanded down. Yeah, as you can see, there's lots of trees, lots of woods around here. There goes the house. And you guys see that I got running water. Ain't no thing. So I won't go thirsty around here. I even got a spare tire if I need one. Got this shit that fell down. The structure here. That's the mill, as you guys have seen before. And could quite possibly get this thing running again. I mean, there's so many things to do here. None of this is something that I can just make it happen like overnight. It's gonna be a lot of projects. Here goes a little structure here. It's got some stuff in it. I think this used to be an old chicken coop. Yeah. I can recycle some stuff over there if I need to. Let's go back here. Now this place is infested with rattlesnakes. Glad it's cold. This is what I'm going to turn into the, look at that. This is what I'm going to turn into the mushroom drying house. Damn, there's some nice stuff over there. They got a whole washer for your clothes right there with the thing that brings it out, old school by hand. Looks like there's a big wood burning stove here too. Ooh-wee, this is gonna be nice. Nice, nice, nice. And look at this fireplace, you guys. All this shit here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get all this stuff out of here in the winter because this place is overrun with rattlesnakes. Like, seriously. Yep. So, have to do that. You know, some more stuff back in here. I don't know what this is for. It's like a little grinding wheel type thing. It's covered in moss. We got all these antiques here laying on the ground. So, yep. As you guys can see, that's property. There goes a pile of tires. I can totally turn these into potato growers because I think they were trying to take them to the dump. But that's a lot of extra money to spend on something that's just not going to get put to use. And I can totally put these to use. Put this to good work. Grow some potatoes in these, and that'll probably help